Hey, how's it going, everyone? I know I haven't been uploading as much. I've been busy with work and studies, so yeah, I usually get out like at 7 p.m. and I arrive home, and I barely have any time to do anything else. Yeah. Anyways, I wanted to talk about today's video. The first time trying weed, trying salsa, you know, the devil's lettuce. Um, let's get right into it. So the first time I tried this was when I was like 16 to 17 years old. This was back when weed was not legal, right? I mean, in some countries, in some places, it's still not legal. But where I'm from, it's only legal if you get like a prescription card thing that you have to buy like um annually. I think I don't know if you gotta buy them monthly, but I think it's annually. It's like this fee, and you can only smoke at your house, obviously. So you obviously buy it from the store, which is a dispensary, I believe. And yeah. So, anyways, when I bought this, I didn't even have the intention of buying it. It just sort of happened. So I was like at school, like I said, high school, and I arrived home. It was around maybe 6 or 7 p.m. And this classmate of mine just hit me up. I didn't even talk to this guy. I should study with him in the same classroom. He just hit me up. He's like, "Yo, you want to try weed?" And I'm like, "Sure." And then he told me, "I got this. I got like this thing in a five, or whatever the heck." And I'm like, "Look, man, I don't know what the hell you talking about, cause it's like some street word for like, oh, I got five, bro, and I got this G." And I'm like, "Look, man, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Just give me the cheapest one and the least effective one. I try the most basic one." And so he's like, "Are you sure this one hits way more?" And I'm like, "Look, man, it's gonna be my first time." And I said, "Just give me the most basic one, cause I don't want to like hit something and then I'm like fucking freaking out or something like that." So he's like, "Okay, okay, I got you." And then I asked like, "How much?" And he said, "Oh, it's gonna be this total amount." And I'm like, "All right." So I brought the cash effective, and this kind of sounds so stupid, but I did this like in front of a teacher. She didn't look at us because he dapped me up, and as he dapped me up, he passed me the weed, and it was like in this plastic bag. And I was like, I passed him the money, and I was thinking, did he give me nothing? Did I get scammed? So I went to the bathroom and I checked, and I was like, oh, it's just small. And I'm like, damn, $5 for this fucking small thing. And I'm like, damn, it's kind of expensive, but I'm like, whatever, you know. So I went in, and as soon as I got out of like the school hours, which was like at 3 p.m., I was thinking to myself, like, okay, I got a bigger problem now. How the hell do I smoke this? Like, I don't got nothing. So I'm thinking, well, I could ask somebody else for the thing, but I'm like, I got no place to store it. And I'm like, I bet it's gonna start dying or something, or lose the potentness of it. This is not even in a container. And I'm thinking, damn. So I went on YouTube, bro, and I started looking at like how to like roll and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, I'm not going to a gas station to buy that stuff, like the rolls and all that stuff. I'm thinking no, because I don't want to be suspicious or seen as something like that. So I literally went on YouTube, watched a couple of videos, and I saw some dude saying like, "Oh, how to do a DIY, do it yourself," right? So I literally saw this guy say, "Oh, if you don't got none of the paper rolls or anything like that, you can make your own. Very simple." And this guy literally took a packet of gum, of five gum, specifically five gum, and he burned off the corner of it, took off the aluminum, and he had like a really thin paper. And so I was thinking, okay, so that's gonna be the paper. It's gonna be a joint, not a blunt or anything like that. So I'm thinking, okay. Then he said, uh, to roll this, you're gonna have to like get the grinder. And I'm like, I don't got a grinder, so I used the scissors. Obviously, a Crayola scissors to be specifically. Kind of stupid. As soon as I started like cutting it, I'm like, damn, this is the hardest thing I've ever cut in my life, bro. It was really hard. I'm like, damn, it's really hard for something small. So I cut it, and I'm thinking, holy cow, I made a mess. How the heck I'm gonna put it in? I put it in miraculously, but it was so bad. And so, you know, the other part of the video say, okay, you can smoke it like this, or you might as well need a filter if you want. And he said to get a filter, you're gonna need like a little carton box in a way, not a full like carton box, like one of those that you use for packages, right? But I was thinking, where am I gonna get one that's like that? And I was thinking, oh, I can get one at Walgreens. So before like literally buying the gum, I was thinking, okay, so I went to Walgreens and bought the gum, and I bought the package that came in because it was like this, instead of plastic bag, it was like this carton bag, not box. It was a bag, right? And it was more like thinner but not too thick. It was like perfect to the point of actually being like used like as a filter or something like that. So I'm thinking, okay, how the heck am I gonna put it in? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I'll figure that along the way, right? As I keep preparing the stuff. So I went in and the guy said use honey, and I'm like, I am not gonna buy honey. I got syrup at house, or use syrup, and I'm like, okay. I had the light syrup, and the light syrup was way worse than regular syrup because it's like, I think, dense, right? It's not thick. It's more liquid, so it was not gonna work properly. And I still put it in. I'm like, fuck, it's gonna be so bad. I put it in. I rolled it in. Horrible. And I put the whole thing in my mouth, right? And I kind of put saliva on it, so like make it more like, I guess, stick to it, because that's what the guy in the video said. And I rolled the tip of it, and then I'm thinking, what am I gonna do with this all the extra end? And I'm thinking, oh, that's the filter. And I'm thinking, holy cow. So I literally grabbed black tape, which is for electrical like cables and stuff like that, and I I put two filters. I tied them up. Well, not tie them up. I taped them with the black tape, and then I taped another end of it to the joint. And I'm like, all right, I got a lighter because I also bought a lighter, and then I light it up, and then I started smoking. First thing that I noticed is like, okay, it has some smell to it. And the second thing was like, holy cow, with the joint, this thing just burns really, really fast. Like, you could smoke this under like 5 minutes. Like, if you just go and hit it every single time, you can literally smoke it in 5 minutes. And I'm thinking, holy cow, I literally smoked it like, I think, in 7 minutes. I'm not lying. And so after doing that, I'm thinking, holy cow, I hope there's no smell around the house, you know? And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I was like, I'm getting a little fussy feeling or whatnot. And the feeling was like, it was the most basic thing. I just got hungry, right? And I got sleepy. That's all I had. Nothing crazy. Um, and so I texted my friend because my friend tried it once, but he tried a more like, I guess, strong dosage, or a strong strand. My bad. It was a stronger strand. And he said, "Yo, bro, there's someone behind you." And my brain gave me like a little bit of paranoia. And I was thinking, "There's nobody behind me." I was literally leaning in a wall. I'm thinking, "There's nobody behind me." But then I was like, "But what if there's someone behind me inside the wall?" And I was thinking, I got so anxious. I looked behind and I started laughing. And I was like, "This dude." So I started to laugh a little bit more. I got a little bit more paranoid, hungrier, and sleepier. And that's pretty much it. Other times I hid it from other people, same I think strand. But after that day, I realized like, holy fuck, if this is what people are on about, like smoking weed all the time, I'm like, what the fuck? This is the most stupidest thing ever, dude. And I understand there's different types of strands, and some of them have a more concentrated like hit. It's very different. But I'm thinking, holy cow, if people just hit this and it's just not off to this shit, I'm like, this is the most stupidest thing that you could probably do, you know? Uh, Anyways, yeah, that's my experience with smoking weed. I do not recommend it. It's really stupid. And I also noticed, like, holy cow, you do waste a lot of money on this stupid product. But yeah, I realized quickly on that I did it just to try it because I was like, I'm curious. I want to see how it is. And then after doing that, the other times I hit it, um, I hit it just to fit in. And previously to that, I hit like a THC wax pen. This girl used to say it was wax, but it was just like a vape with THC with lemon flavor. And I got the same feeling in a way, but I realized like, holy cow, I'm just doing this just to fit in the times I smoked with people. And the first time I did it alone, it was just to try it out if it was completely different. And I was like, it is the exact same thing as the other thing, as like the THC pen. And I'm like, this is just a time, like it wastes time and money, specifically money. And I'm like, what the heck, you know? But anyways, yeah, that's my first time trying weed. Don't try weed, guys. It's really stupid, honestly. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.